Hello, I'm Maeve. Let's start sitting. Arrive on your mat. I'm going to share my inner monologue and thought process here. I've been practicing for me, the majority of my life. So that's a good chunk of time. And I almost always, I'm going to say like 95% of the time, when I sit down or lie down on my mat, I immediately am like, oh, yes. Like that's how my brain goes. I'm like, yes, because I get very excited to practice, whether I'm leading you through a practice or I'm on another person's class or I'm practicing on my own. There's this moment when I arrive on my mat and there's a little internal audible yes. I hope you have a taste of that or some version of something where when you arrive on your mat, you're not like, ugh, here we go. More of like the internal fist pump is what I'm looking for. And this breathing, this piece of yoga, the pranayama, by far my favorite. And I know I'm not with the masses maybe on that, but I do hope that you can enjoy sitting and being in your breath, cultivating that practice, mostly because it's something you can do wherever you are, no matter what you're doing. So it is the piece of yoga that I think has the most profound effect on our lives because it is so scalable, so you can take it with you anywhere, literally. And I enjoy pranayama so much I have to often talk myself out of it and into the asana portion, which we will do, I promise. Just a couple more breaths here. And then when you're ready, you're going to come right into downward facing dog. I'm just going to flip my mat over because I don't like practicing on this side of the mat. It's very slippery. Okay, down dog as you're ready. Bend your right knee, drop your left heel heavy. Breath in. Right knee to your chest, come forward onto your left toes. Enjoy a few breaths here. Push the floor away. One more inhale. Exhale, step your right foot forward, left knee down. Take your left hand a little forward if it feels okay, and I'm going to go a little out to the side, so I'm kind of going out on a diagonal here. And then if it feels good, you can bend the back leg and take your foot with your hand. If it doesn't feel good, leave it off. Look at this right shoulder and roll it open. So rather than bracing against the foot, let the shoulder open, let the chest open. Maybe even start to turn the heart up toward the sky and get a little more rotation here in the spine. Nice. Last inhale. And release with your exhale. Tuck the back toes, pop the back foot in a little closer. Blocks are wonderful here. Pyramid, just draw the heart forward. Hands floor, blocks. Pressing the right foot firmly into the floor. Feel the energy travel up through the calf, through the knee, through the thigh, and into the hip. And you're making the leg longer. So in essence, this right hip is kind of lifting up more by the pushing down of the foot. One more inhale. Bend your front knee, step your left foot forward, and come into Malasana. Good. I think there's a lot of thoughts on how certain poses should be, especially Malasana. I just had this conversation with a student yesterday because in class I said, your heels don't have to be down, and her mind was blown. She was like, what? I was always told my heels have to be down. Your heels might never go down. A lot of that is ankle mobility and how you were born. No amount of stretching your ankles is going to make that happen. So maybe you'll hear your heels will get closer. It's the same thing in down dog. Your heels may never touch the floor in down dog. It's not for lack of trying or for practice. So let yourself be here in a way that feels grounding and safe and centered. And if your heels don't touch the floor, it doesn't matter. One more inhale. Forward fold, exhale. Inhale halfway. Step back to downward facing dog. And bend your left knee. Push into your right heel. Breath in. Exhale, shift the left knee forward, come onto the right toes. Enjoy a few breaths here. Round the upper back, pick that left foot up more and try to draw the left knee that is, forward more, like you want to break the plane of the arms. Breath in, left foot forward, right knee down. I'm going to take my right hand forward and off on an angle. My hand is literally on an angle, so my fingers are pointing off on an angle. And then option to bend the back leg and take the back foot with your left hand. Allow this left shoulder to open, the chest to open, and maybe a little more rotation here. Little engagement in the right glutes. Last inhale. Release the foot, tuck the back toes. I like to pop my back foot in just a little closer, and then both legs straighten using blocks as needed. Back heel is rooted, toes are in an angle on that back foot so that you can get the heel down. And pressing the left foot down to draw energy up the leg into the hip, and then the hip starts to lift a little bit. The leg gets longer by pressing down, rooting down, rebounding energy. Last inhale. Soften the front knee, push off the back foot, Malasana. This runny nose thing is getting old. Breath in, forward fold, exhale. Inhale, rise to stand. Hands to heart, exhale. Inhale, reach up. Forward fold, exhale. Inhale, halfway. Right foot steps back. Crescent lunge, inhale, stay here. Exhale, bow forward, reach the arms back. Inhale, reach up. Exhale, bow forward. One more time. Inhale, reach up. Exhale, bow and hands to the ground. Plank inhale. Chaturanga or the floor. Cobra or up dog inhale. Down dog, exhale. Right leg back, inhale. Right foot forward, exhale. Left knee down. Anjaneyasana, inhale. Exhale, Ardha Hanumanasana. Inhale, shift forward. Warrior 3, rise up. Rise to stand, inhale. Bow forward, exhale. Inhale, halfway. Left foot steps back, exhale. Crescent lunge, inhale. Make sure your feet are wide enough that you feel stable here. Exhale and bow. Inhale, reach up. Exhale, bow. Last time, inhale. Exhale, hands down. Plank, inhale. Chaturanga or the floor. Up dog or cobra. Down dog, exhale. Left leg back, inhale. Left foot forward, exhale. Anjaneyasana, inhale, so knee down, lift up. Exhale, straighten the front leg, shift your hips back. Inhale, come forward, push off, warrior 3. Rise to stand, inhale. Hands to heart, exhale. Inhale, reach up. Exhale, bow forward. Inhale, halfway. Right foot back, exhale. Again, crescent lunge, inhale. One time, bow forward. Inhale, rise up. Hands to the floor, exhale. Float the left leg back. Keep it up maybe. Chaturanga. Rise and open up dog. Down dog, exhale. Right leg back, inhale. Right foot forward, exhale. Anjaneyasana, knee down, rise up. Half splits, exhale. Shift forward, inhale, rise up, warrior 3. Inhale to stand. Bow forward, exhale. Inhale, halfway. Left foot steps back, exhale. Crescent, inhale. Whew. Bow forward, exhale. Had to catch my balance there. Inhale, rise up again. Hands to the ground, exhale. Float the right leg back. Inhale, chaturanga. Rise, open, down dog. Left leg back, inhale. Left foot forward, exhale. Inhale, Anjaneyasana. Exhale, Ardha Hanumanasana. Inhale, take off, warrior 3. Place the feet, rise up, hands to heart. Inhale, reach up. Exhale, bow. Halfway, inhale. Chaturanga, exhale. Inhale, open your back bend. Down dog, exhale. Right leg back, inhale. Right knee, left elbow. Fallen triangle, extend that right leg. Lift the left hand, root the left heel. Open up. Left hand down. Three-legged dog, inhale. High to the left toes. Bend your left knee, look at your hands, hop your left foot forward. You're gonna swing the right leg up and you're gonna spring with the left foot. Ardha Chandrasana. Left leg, you're standing on the left leg, open up. So good. Beautiful. Bend your standing leg. You can kind of spot the right foot back. Come into goddess. Right arm on top, left arm under, eagle arms. If eagle arms don't work, you can just come here, or you can bring your forearms together. But right arm is on top if you're an eagle, or if you're in that hug. Breath in, stretch the fingers forward, and then drop the torso parallel-ish to the floor. Really nice. Straighten your legs, square off your feet, and then hinge from the hips and bow. Inhale, lengthen your spine. Left hand to the floor, right hand to the sky. And then right hand's gonna thread over to that left foot. And you can take the left arm forward if it feels good. Both hands over toward the left foot. Plank inhale. Chaturanga or the floor. Rise, open. Down dog, exhale. Inhale, left leg back. Cross over to the right, extend the leg, fallen triangle. Inhale, three-legged dog. High into the right toes, bend the right knee, look at your hands, hop this right foot forward. Ardha Chandrasana. Yeah, so good. Bend your standing leg. You can kind of spot that left foot. Left arm on top, right arm under, goddess, legs, and then tip the torso forward. Good, lift the hips, square off the feet, Prasarita with eagle arms. Good. Unravel, left hand down, right hand to the sky. I'm sorry, right hand down, left hand to the sky. Don't ever listen to me, I never know what I'm talking about, ever. And then left arm reaches over for that right foot. I screwed myself up because I changed directions. Maybe the right arm starts to extend a little bit. Both hands over toward that right foot. Step back to plank, breath in, and chaturanga. Rise and open. Down dog. Exhale. Really nice. Inhale, heels high. Bend your knees, look forward, feet to your hands. Halfway inhale. Bow deeply, exhale. Rise to stand, inhale. Hands to your heart, exhale. Pause and breathe. Inhale, reach up. Bow forward, exhale. Inhale, halfway. Chaturanga, exhale. Inhale, your back bend. Down dog, exhale. Really, really nice.
Inhale, right leg back. Right knee comes to your right elbow, and then pause. Stay here, just swing the right foot over toward the left. Pause here. You've got like a floating, active pigeon. And then shin comes down. Beautiful. If you need an alternative, take an alternative. I got no problem with that. And then you can kind of move around here to find where you're happiest and where your knees are happy, where your back is happy, all those things. You can be here however you need to so that your body feels safe. You don't have to be. This is another pose like Malasana where I feel like it's been perpetuated that there's a correct way to do the pose for so long that we're caught up in that and then we think, I can't do that pose. You can do it. You just need to change it. And then if you can't change enough to do it, then you can't do it. And then you do something else. So things that might need to be done, and I hate to even say it because I think if you just move around and find where you're happiest, where you're still getting some benefit and like some stretch, you're gonna figure it out. But ways to do that is move the knee in more narrow, take the knee out wider, bend the back leg, shift onto the hip, shift off of the hip. So it's really gonna be very personal for you to discover where that place is that makes you feel safe, stable, and you're still getting some work and some opening in the outer hip maybe, the front of the other hip. Check in with your breath. Bring your hands back under your shoulders. Tuck your back toes. Come onto the pinky side of your left foot. Bring the right knee up. Vashisthasana. If it's okay, put the foot down behind the leg, wild thing. And optional chaturanga vinyasa. Skip it if you don't need it. Left leg back, inhale. Left knee, left elbow. Stay here, swing the left foot over toward the right wrist, the right forearm, the right elbow. Push the floor away, work your center. Place the foot forward, the knee, the shin. Do exactly on this side what you did on the other, in the sense of not do the same thing. Do the same thing in your approach. So find where you feel best. It might not be the same as the first side. So rather than the alignment of a pose, I look to find what's the intention in this pose. And as I perceive this pose, we are opening the front of the right hip and the outside of the left hip. And so the alignment becomes irrelevant if those two things, or one of those things even, isn't being accomplished. Another way of thinking about that is the classical alignments only work if they work. If they don't work, they don't work. Bring your hands under your shoulders. Tuck your back toes. Pinky side of the right foot, left knee lifts up. Vashisthasana. And wild thing if you like it. Come around to plank, breath in, knees to the floor, exhale. Rise up, hands at your heart. Very nice. Lift your heart to your thumbs. Maybe stay here. Maybe reach back. Ustrasana. Inhale, rise up. Exhale, sit your hips back if it's okay. Child's pose if you prefer. And have a seat. Soles of the feet together. Baddha Konasana. Good. So, when I'm in this pose, I love how I say so, and then I take 5 minutes to get to my thought. When I'm in this pose, and I see people sometimes jamming their elbows into their knees, I would recommend not doing that. When I'm doing this pose to activate an openness here, I press the pinky sides of my feet down. I press my feet together because I have the tendency to roll my feet upward, which this is actually more classical, where you turn the bottoms of the feet up. But my ankles are super mobile that way, and I don't really need more mobility there. I need more stability. So there's ways to create more movement here without using your arms to get that. Pressing the feet down. If your ankles are on the tighter side, I would recommend kind of pulling the big toes apart, and that's going to give you more mobility there too. But for me, I like to have a little bit more of a connection there because I've rolled my ankles so many times that way that I feel like I'm just stripped on the sides of my ankles, and I need to instead work on that stability. And this, my friends, is the beautiful thing about asana practice and yoga, is that there is something for everyone. It's not one size fits all in the sense that we're not all going to do every pose the same way, but we can do the same pose differently. Sometimes they look so vastly different that we don't even realize they're the same pose, but we can do the same pose. Inhale, rise up. Cross your shins. Sit tall. Beautiful. Let your eyes soften. Let your hands rest on your thighs, up or down, doesn't matter, palms up or down. Different mudras. I'm a hands down usually person, because at the end of my practice I like to keep all my stuff in. Palms up is a receiving pose more. I'm going to go palms up today. I'm going to receive all that you're throwing out. Notice your mind. If you're anticipating anything, don't. Just be instead. Allow yourself to sit here and, as best as you can, enjoying this moment of still and quiet without thinking about what's happening next or what we just did or did I do enough. Inhale, bring your hands together in prayer at your heart. Bow your mind to your heart. Rise. Allow your eyes to gently open. Thank
thank you for your practice.